Okay, Simon. Well, first off, could you just talk a little bit about where you were at with retroactive jealousy before investing in my course?
So, Zach, I'm in my late 40s, and I'd been experiencing what turned out to be retroactive jealousy for the best part of 30 years, from late teenage years. And when I sort of first felt retroactive jealousy sort of coming on, I did go and get some therapy back then, but nothing really worked. It was pre-internet age, so there was no real research I could do. So I kind of just thought it was a maturity thing, something I would grow out of. Anyway, roll forward 30 years. It never actually got better. After one particularly bad episode, sort of 6 months or so ago, I thought, you know what, this is not right. I'm getting far too old to sort of a point of maturity now. So I started to do a bit more research, and I went, oh my goodness, this is a real thing with a real name. And that research led me to you and your YouTube channel and your course. So that's kind of my journey over 30 years.
And what were some of the things that you would do as a result of your retroactive jealousy when it was really bad?
Really, the only thing I thought I was able to do over those 30 years was to try to suppress it, to try to push it into the corners of my mind, not face into it. I would have sort of meltdowns and episodes, and my attitude towards partners that when I was in relationships, etc., was not great. Nothing I was proud of, and it wasn't me either. It was not who I was in my normal day-to-day life. So I had really no skills or knowledge of what was happening, and no skills to be able to deal with it in a healthy, productive way.
Were you ever afraid that your relationship was going to end because of retroactive jealousy?
Absolutely. So I think it would have affected some of my earlier relationships, when I was, as I said, late teens, early 20s. And certainly in my marriage, it's put pressure on my marriage in lots of different ways. And, I think if I hadn't have done anything about it, it would have either led to a long and happy marriage over the rest of my life, or we probably would have just both said, look, this is not really working out. So I think there was a sense of at least a happy marriage at risk, or a marriage altogether at risk.
Maybe you could tell me a little bit now about your experience of my course, Get Over Your Partner's Past Fast.
So obviously discovering this was a real thing after 30 years was a bit overwhelming. So that period of time, I was quite emotional and really wanted to do something about it. I then bought your audiobook and course, and in many ways haven't looked back since. I apply your techniques regularly, and I refer back to some of the modules that really resonated with me quite a bit. So it's made a really big difference in my life and my marriage and my wife's life as well. So it's been great.
Maybe you could tell me just a little more about that. I mean, how would you compare your feelings now to before you found my course?
Oh, it's a world of difference. Look, look, I've still got some work to do. As I said, I think I've said I'm sort of 6 months in from starting a course to where I am now. Having said that, though, I think there's a calmness and a stillness in my general day-to-day life and feelings around relationship, wife, etc., that I've never felt before. So I was always on edge, I was always on guard, waiting for this feeling, which I didn't really know what it was, which turned to retroactive jealousy, just lurking in the background, just kind of potentially souring. So they're generally happy moments or still moments. That's largely dissipated. There are still moments that I need to apply your techniques that I've learned through your course, and they work really well. It allows me to really enjoy my relationship in a way that I hadn't been able to do in a consistent way up until buying your course and doing your course. That's made a big difference to my life.
That's great to hear, Simon. I'm so glad to hear that. And finally, what would you tell anyone who's on the fence about getting my course?
Yeah, so obviously I've done your course, so I would say do it. Absolutely, don't hesitate. Having said that, though, I do understand why there might be some reticence from anyone that's considering it, but I would say do two things. I would say read and watch as many of the testimonials as you need to, and I think the weight of numbers and the messaging that you'll get through those testimonials will certainly convince you that this is a quality course. Do a bit of homework, but I think pretty quickly if you do that, you'll be convinced that this is really a course that will definitely help you with your life and eradicating your retroactive jealousy.